He wants you to succeed. Have faith of a mustard seed. Get up on your feet. Rise up.
Welcome to the Drexel SEMA show. Of course, my guest, this is not her first time on the show, but at this time is in a different light. We'll be celebrating, or I think this is the first time actually, we're doing Fashion Week here in the Turks and Caicos Islands from February 23rd to March 1st. And the founder is Ms. Alicia Swann. And so we're going to use this opportunity to talk about it and to get you excited about it, and a great opportunity for persons to participate in it. And so with that said, I want to take this opportunity to welcome Alicia Swann to the Drexel SEMA show again.
Thank you so very much. I'm so happy to be here.
Yes, as I mentioned, this is your second time.
Yes, yeah. It is.
Mm-hmm. So tell us about this Fashion Week and how it came about, and why you're behind it.
Thank you. Fashion Week, I've got that question a lot. Why Fashion Week? What inspired Fashion Week? And the answer is simple. First and foremost, before I do anything, I pray about it. I seek God to see if that's the direction He wants in my life. I do not believe in operating through the flesh. I feel like it leaves us very vulnerable to many different attacks, though attacks will come, but it's nothing like feeling secure that the Lord has your back when you're doing something. Other than that, the inspiration also is our country. Mm-hmm. I do believe Turks and Caicos have so much to offer. We're like a gold mine just sitting there with so much potential and so much for our people to explore and be a part of, and showing the world that what we have to offer. Okay. It's undeniable when you think about Turks and Caicos, of the brands and the work that has been done together with various groups that has put Turks and Caicos on the map when it comes to our beautiful beaches mm-hmm. and our resorts and all of those areas. Why not the area of fashion? Mm-hmm. If you look at it, most of the fashion capitals in the world are places like New York, London, mm-hmm. and Dubai, places like
Paris,
that.
Right?
And Paris,
mm-hmm.
those are the main areas you hear about fashion. But if you think about it, you have major magazines like Sports Illustrated that has came to Turks and Caicos because of our beautiful beaches and mm-hmm. what we have to offer. Mm-hmm. And so why not utilize what we have for our own people and showcasing the talent and craft and artistry that we have here in Turks and Caicos? And so it just was a no-brainer to me mm-hmm. when I think about fashion and Turks and Caicos. It's like a match made in heaven.
Okay.
In addition to that, I do not like to hear of, the cries of someone and not be a part of it. Mm. So I say that with the most humblest way, by saying I don't like to hear of a problem and not be involved in the solution.
Right, trying to bring the change.
Yes, and trying to bring a change. And so throughout the years, because I work a lot with a lot of young people, and they share their vision and views with me. And I've always heard, there's no real outlet for us to showcase what we can do in the area of art and fashion. And so this is a tribute to our people.
Awesome.
It's a tribute to our young people, saying that we are the us now, the now generation, mm-hmm. are setting the path for you to give you an opportunity to walk through those doors. Another area that is of a concern that has been out there is the ability to be a part of the boutiques mm-hmm. in the resorts and so forth. Well, I can say so far I have not had any issues of the boutiques opening their doors and saying, we are interested in Fashion Week. Okay. We support Fashion Week. We love to see what is out there.
Okay.
And so sometimes you would find that it's just a matter of being able to communicate properly mm-hmm. and knocking on doors. Because it's not going to always be where they're going to come to you.
Right.
Businesses are not like that. You have to make it. You have mm-hmm. to be resilient and persistent to make it happen. Right. When I think about persistency, I do think of Williams.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
A Turks Islander, a young man with a vision mm-hmm. who's also in the area of arts and doing a remarkable job. And if you listen to his story, which I have on a number of occasions when he had a platform to speak about it, it did not happen overnight. Mm-hmm. It was years of knocking on doors, having doors close, and then having doors open.
Yeah.
But you have to be persistent, especially if you want something to be done.
Yeah.
And my goal is to do all that I can while I'm here. I'm a Turks Islander, so I must represent my country best I can, wherever I can,
Yeah.
and as long as I can. And so therefore, any area that I can do that, I wish to do that.
Yeah.
And Fashion Week is no different.
Right. One thing I want to stress when you talk about opening, knocking on doors, and I think that's a lot of us need to do. Sometimes we hear so much about rumors or this person rejecting you, and sometimes we didn't even try
Yes,
because we heard what somebody else say about this company or this person.
absolutely.
So the best thing to do is try your, don't just listen to what people say. Otherwise, you'll just be in the same position for a while. So it's best that you try. Maybe they will say yes to you.
Yeah.
And that's what you say you did.
Yes, and I would like to expand on that a little bit. You have to start from somewhere. It always starts from somewhere. I have worked, when I first moved from South Caicos to Providenciales, my first job was at Royal Bay, that is now the beaches Turks and Caicos. And from there, I had grown where Mr. Hartling, Stan Hartling, and his team, he had a consultant in HR that came to Turks and Caicos when he was opening the Palms at that time. He had owned the Sands already for 6 years, and then he was, growing and expanding to the Palms. And he had taken the approach of having a consultant assist without him going, say, directly selecting someone who he felt would be the best fit to carry that role through. And I was lucky enough, I don't believe in luck. I was blessed enough. Yes, I was blessed enough to be selected as the HR manager for the Sands and the Palms at the same time. So I actually opened the HR for the Palms while running the Sands.
Awesome.
And, it's so, to me, I look at life and I smile sometimes to see the parallel of life. Now, at this present time, with this venture that I am undertaking, Mr. Hartling and the Hartling Group has been our premier sponsor for the venues.
Awesome.
And when I approached him, I said to him, "Sir, you gave me an opportunity. You could have selected anyone, but you selected me to take on a major role." And I took that serious. And I believe in providing homage where it's due. And so while there's many resorts on the island that I could have approached and say, can we partner? I believe in giving the respect where it's due. And so I was so happy that he has opened his doors.
Awesome.
Miss Karen Witt has been nothing more than phenomenal. We sit in meetings, we analyze how we're going to strategically put it together. And they are offering all 3 properties, the Sands, the Palms, and the Shore Club, for our major events throughout Fashion Week.
Awesome.
Yes.
So tell us about the Fashion Week then. What will take place? I mean, it's for a whole week. So day 1, day 2, tell us what can we expect?
Yeah, so we're very excited about this. And this is too breaking the norm that you think of Fashion Week only being a fashion show. Some people think of Fashion Week and they only think of the fashion show, the runway walk, which is the most exciting part of it for many. Yes, they love to see all of the designers and the beautiful models and so forth like that. And I'll speak more of the models a little bit later. But Fashion Week consists of, we're starting off with the casting. We have about 7 to 8 regional and international models that are coming to Turks and Caicos. However, we have a casting for our local models. Currently, we have about approximately 20 local models that has already signed up and interested in Fashion Week. And so the first day will be at the Sands Resort, where we will have the casting for local models on the 23rd.
So you're going to choose?
We will choose from there.
Okay.
They'll bring their portfolios like any professional fashion casting, and they'll have their measurements. They'll be able to walk in front of the panel. They'll be able to have their photos taken, all that kind of stuff, bring their portfolio, and we go through it with them. So that's the 23rd. On the 24th, we will be having the ribbon cutting and press release conference.
Okay.
So we're giving the media an opportunity to ask any questions that they may have or the public may have as it relates to Fashion Week and what it means for Turks and Caicos, or any other question that they felt relevant. On the 25th, which is Tuesday, we will be having a panel discussion with industry professionals speaking of fashion, their journey to fashion and what it takes for them to get where they are, and so forth. And you will have an opportunity, the public will have an opportunity to see the beautiful models from Turks and Caicos, because we will have them at the ribbon cutting as well as the panel discussion event. So the ribbon cutting is going to be held at the Palms Resort, and the panel discussion will be held at Shore Club.
Okay. All right.
So Wednesday, we're going to have a private dinner. We are honoring Tess this year.
Oh, that's Charles.
Yes, Tess Charles.
Awesome.
And so I had a question posed to me, why Tess? You know, and I'm like, if you look at Tess, you really think about it. She embodies both artistry and fashion. She is very unique of what she does.
Good choice.
Thank you. We truly believe that. If you look at the way that she presents herself, it's explosive. Her aura, not just a beautiful voice, but her entire package shows a level of uniqueness, freedom of expression through the way that she dresses as well as how she performs. So I believe that she embodies everything fashion has to offer in Turks and Caicos, and we are so proud to have her as our honoree for a private dinner with industry professionals as well.
Okay.
Thursday, our international models will coming to Turks and Caicos, and so we found it very fitting to have them at our local fish fry, where the public will be able to see them, they will be able to introduce themselves, be able to take photos, and get to know our culture a little bit better, as well as people being able to see the beautiful ladies and who's going to be coming and participating, in addition to our beauties here from Turks and Caicos.
Right.
On Friday, the 28th, we are having 2 series of photo shoots. So we start off with a morning photo shoot with the models, which will be swimwear. And the afternoon photo shoot, they will be showcasing casual wear and couture wear. And I'll just stick a pin right there. Reason being is because we are also excited to announce, in addition to Fashion Week, this is also going to be the birth of our digital magazine. And so our company, Myrna Lisa's, which of course you know my mom.
Of course, of course.
So everything that I have done, her name is attached. So Myrna Lisa's Marriott Pageant and Entertainment, we are now launching our first magazine. And so Fashion Week will be the highlight of the magazine with all of the editorial photos and so forth that we capture during Fashion Week. In addition to paying homage to our queens, who has done a remarkable job in 2024 representing Turks and Caicos.
Yes.
And we'll speak a little bit more about the fashion and the pageantry as well. So we will be paying homage to them and highlighting their achievements throughout 2024 as well in the magazine. And so that is Friday, the 28th. We also will be having a private dinner for all of the models and all of our team as a thank you for all of the hard work and dedication for making Fashion Week happen. Then, of course, March 1st, which everyone is excited about, is the runway show. So that will happen on Saturday, the 1st of March at the at the Palms Resort. In the courtyard, tickets are available for all of the events. Please do ensure that you purchase your ticket. We are on Facebook and Instagram, and our links are there as well for purchasing tickets online. So what to expect at the finale is going to be a burst of energy, artistry, and fashion. We will be having a silent auction of various beautiful paintings and other merchandise that has been provided for auctioning, and some of the proceeds will be going to the Red Cross. So we'll be donating to the Red Cross, in addition to having the Red Cross on the runway. We're also excited to have the Atwood Gotland Youth Center. They currently have, which I was very pleased and happy to hear about, they do have a fashion and arts class that they teach there. And their most recent fashion show that they had, which I was not aware of, is that the clothing that was on the runway was actually made by students here of Turks and Caicos in fashion. So once they heard about Fashion Week, their tutor, Miss Rachel, she called me. She's like, my students said, reach out. They want to be a part of this. They're so interested. And I was so happy to hear that.
Right.
It is so exciting to see that our young people see that there is an opportunity for them to showcase their work. And I think that is extremely important, continue motivating them in the area of arts and fashion in Turks and Caicos. I see arts and fashion in Turks and Caicos going extremely far over the years. The vision is there, the talent is there, we have the connections, we do have everything that we need to make sure that happens. Yeah. And so there will be displays of local arts on the in the courtyard as well. And of course the beautiful runway. And we will have local boutiques, local designers, as well as international designers showcasing their work on the runway. So we're excited about the partnership of local and international.
That's awesome.
Yes, so it's going to be an exciting event, something that everyone should make their time to come and patronize.
So is this going to be on an annual thing?
Definitely.
Annual basis?
Definitely.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
So tell us about the One Nation. I know you started this One Nation pageant last year, and of course our winner, Selena, she ended up coming first runner-up in Cayman Islands.
That's
She was a guest on the show as well, talk about the experience. So are we having it again this year?
We are going to have it this year and many years to come.
Okay. So when is it going to be?
So One Nation TCI will take place again in April, as
So
it
it was
did
April last year?
Oh, yes.
Wow. Okay.
And so it's April 24th until the 27th. So we have a full weekend of celebrating. The pageant is always in a 2-day event.
Okay.
So we will start the pageant on the 25th and at the 26th. And then the 27th, we have something very special, which we'll announce at a later date, which will be taking place on the 27th as well. Please look out for those details.
Right.
But One Nation definitely is something that has grown leaps and bounds, and I am so grateful to God for what He has done through One Nation. One Nation is something that we have, that, you know, I saw where our young women of so many different heritages that are Turks and Caicos Islanders who may have felt marginalized for whichever reason, or feeling as if they're not really a part of our country, which is also their country, and beautiful young ladies who has been not given an opportunity to showcase exactly what they are capable of doing. So One Nation is a celebration of us as an entire country and who we are as a people, and not dimming your light, because at the end of the day, you know, you cannot take away from grandmother's teachings. You cannot take away from how you were raised, and you should not have to not celebrate who you are and who makes you who you are.
Absolutely.
I strongly believe that it is very important that we embrace who we are in its entirety.
Yeah.
And if you think about Turks and Caicos, I don't think there's any Turks and Caicos Islander who's only one nationality. You know, my family alone, we have so many different nationalities mixed in us, but we're Turks Islanders, and it doesn't take away from who we are and how we represent our country. And so it's the same with our young ladies. They are Turks and Caicos Islanders who happens to have other nationalities as well.
Like it.
So this is the concept of One Nation.
Okay.
The step further of One Nation is that we not only celebrate diversity, but it is built on sisterhood, where the ladies can come together and say, not because you have this nationality or that nationality, we're all one, we're sisters in this together. As well as unity is something that we foster, and empowerment, of course. And of what I mostly believe in, though I believe in all aspects of what we do, is community service. And so the young ladies must be involved with the community service.
Yeah.
And that also came about with our nonprofit organization, Myrna Lisa's Guiding Light, and that we focus mainly on education, food bank, and mental health. And so they are able to select from one of those entities, and it coupled very well because we already have connections in those areas where it's easy for them to transition
That's awesome.
into the area of their choices. And so our current queen, Miss Selena Grant, she is phenomenal. She's doing a phenomenal job in the area of education,
Yeah,
which
she
is
is.
her platform. She believes in it. She loves it, and she does a very good job with it, as well as with United Way. She does a very good job with the reading aspect of United Way. Our teen queen, Miss Samantha Ordain, she is in the area of mental health, and she has had the opportunity to also work in giving community hours free of charge to the mental health unit and seeing how best she can work in that area, as well as spreading awareness with her peers at school.
That is
So,
great. That is
yeah.
great. That is
Yeah,
great.
so my ladies are doing an excellent job
Yeah.
in the areas that they and I push them. I had one of my contestants, Miss Celia Elliott, and I'm sure she wouldn't mind me saying this, who's a veteran in pageantry in Turks and Caicos. When she entered One Nation, she was like, Miss Swan, I didn't realize it's going to be so much work. I have to do this and I have to do that. But preparing for a pageant is more than just walking on a stage.
Yeah.
It's mental, it's confidence building, it's presenting yourself to the public, and it's business.
Yeah.
I always tell my ladies, even while we had our first inaugural One Nation, you're going to get yourself out there. You need to be able to be seen. People need to know you more than just on a stage.
Right.
And you're not only going to say, this is my platform on a stage, but you're going to also work in that area.
Right.
And so I am here to guide you through that. With that, I also believe in the area of business when it comes to our sponsors. Traditionally you'll have a sponsor and you hear of their name on the stage when the girls are announcing I'm sponsored by. And that's basically, as stand to be corrected, but that's mostly what you hear most
Yeah, that is true.
previously about sponsorships. With our sponsorship, the way that we structured it is that the girls has to be involved with their sponsor. And so what we've done is we had a private dinner or reception actually where they had to network with their sponsor, speak with them, learn about their business, know about what they do, as well as being given opportunities to be able to work within their area by promoting that business.
That's great.
And it was really good because we have areas of real estate that young ladies are able to go into the office and probably sit with the reception, learn about the administrative aspects of it, how does it work, that sort of thing, and so on. And so the sponsors get something for their money, because there's no such thing as anything that is free.
Yeah.
And so as a business person myself, I thought of it. I was like, I do not want to approach someone and ask them to provide money for my pageant and they're not getting anything in
It's a
return.
great initiative, actually.
Thank you. And so I feel more confident asking for money when I know they're going to get something for it.
Yeah.
They're going to get free promotion by a beautiful young lady who's enthusiastic and interested in what they do. So it's a win-win if you look at it at the end of the day.
Right.
And our girls, they are really given an opportunity to prepare themselves.
Right.
We have our brand pageant coach, Miss Chantel O'Brien. She is a former beauty queen herself. She was Miss Bahamas, Miss Bahamas World, as well as Miss Bahamas Universe. And to date, her record stands for itself, being the only one in the Bahamas to make it to the top 10 in Miss Universe.
Okay.
And she's very, very driven in this area as well of preparing young women for the center stage. So our girls are able to get an opportunity to have weeks sessions of preparing themselves with blended learning, where they have online sessions with professionals as well as in-person runway walking, etc.
Right.
We also do pre-interviews last year where they were able to have a panel that they spoke to and get to know them better. So we were able to have Mrs. Melanie Smith, Miss Jamela Lubin, who's also a part of the community college.
Oh, okay.
Yes, and she's also past president of Toastmasters that speaks mostly of public speaking. And sorry, there's another young lady, her name is not coming to mind right now, but we had a panel of 3
Okay.
that assisted the girls in preparing them for their pre
Okay.
interviews.
Okay.
There's lots of work that is done. We
Sounds
were
so.
able to have Beaches, Turks and Caicos came on board as well, and they also assisted them with the public relations manager, helping them with public speaking as well as media, how to speak and respond to media questions and so forth. The spa was so great in helping them with makeup and how to apply makeup on their own, preparing themselves. So there's so much work that goes into it.
Yeah.
Now I recall Miss Selva. She's currently a judge.
Oh, okay.
Yes, she was also on our panel of the pre. So we do look for professionals who can actually impart something great to the girls and help guide them, and who wants to
Yeah.
be a part of what
Okay.
we're doing and the development of our young ladies.
Okay.
One more thing I would like to say about One Nation as well is that last year we were able to represent Turks and Caicos to regional and international, to 2 regional pageants and 1 international. And of course, yes, Miss Selena Grant has made history for Turks and Caicos by coming the closest in an international pageant by being our first runner-up. But this year we have about 8 to 10 regional and international
Really?
pageants
Yeah. Okay.
all around the world, that One Nation and our young ladies will be able to represent our country, our culture, and the pageants that we've selected that approached us. And that is the thing, they were approaching us. We want One Nation a part of this all over the world. And the ones that we selected are geared towards culture and tourism and areas that will definitely be of benefit for Turks and Caicos.
All right. Well, I just want to thank you very much for being a guest on the show and sharing just about Fashion Week and One Nation. But you don't have any. Fashion Week is only for females. I get it.
No.
Oh,
We
males
do
as well?
also have males.
Oh,
yes.
okay. All right.
Yes.
Okay. Do you have anything you want to say closing up as we come to the end?
Yes, I wish, first of all, thank you for this opportunity. I'm always grateful to be able to sit with you and talk with you. I believe that, you are someone that offers so much for our country, and I wish to continue to tell you to please continue doing what you're doing. You're doing a remarkable job, honestly.
Thanks.
I don't say that loosely.
Thank you.
And I encourage people to get involved with what we're doing. It is not a one-man band. It is nothing that one person can do alone.
No.
And it takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of time and effort. And finances is something that is always needed to make sure that this comes on the way that we want product Turks and Caicos to always be.
Yeah.
And so with that, we also always ask for sponsorships. Sponsorships are always available. We always accept it, and we always show you where the money is going, so you can know and understand what is happening
Got it.
and how we can all come together and support.
Got it.
If you're unable to assist financially or in any other way, if sponsorship is also needed, we welcome you to assist any way you can sponsor something like this. This is something that showcases our country as well as our unity as a people to ensure that brand Turks and Caicos is always on the top.
Yes. All right. Well, you've been watching the Drexel SEMA show. Of course, my guest is Ms. Alicia Swann. And a lot of you who like fashion, this is your opportunity to showcase your talent. And I encourage all of you. And those of you who just want to be, spectators, or just, buy a ticket and come to the event. And I wish all of you, and I wish Lisa and the team the best Fashion Week. Have a great day.
Thank you. Thank you.
Rise.